This is the second visit by Adama Dieng to Sudan since he was appointed a special expert by the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights in November 2021. He met with Sudan's Sovereign Council, politicians, civil society, and diplomats to follow up on outcomes from recommendations he made in his previous visit in February.
I flagged my deep concern at the human rights violations documented since the coup. It is simply unacceptable that 99 people have been killed and more than 5,000 injured as a result of excessive use of force by the joint security forces responding to protests. I also raised my concern at the arbitrary and mass arrest and often incommunicado detention of resistance committee members, protesters, activists, media professionals, and others in the context of protests.
Dieng is expected to prepare a report for a meeting on Sudan on June 15 during the 50th session on the Human Rights Council. So far, the military leaders have lifted the country's state of emergency in an effort to build trust with civilians. But violence against protesters reared its ugly head again last week. The death toll, according to officials, has reached 100 protesters since the coup.
As long as the same generals are on the scene, nothing will change. We need transitional justice for the killings of the protesters and human rights violations. The political compromise is not always working.
Independent analysts like Usman Mirgani argue that justice is the first step to stability.
The transitional justice and human rights are important issues to support the political instability in Sudan. The laws of the Commission of Transitional Justice were all set, but the institutions are yet to be formed. I think it should be a top priority for stakeholders if they want a long-lasting solution.
Sudan has been given a 2-week deadline to solve its political crisis, failure to which international aid will not be restored. Direct talks between military and civilian leaders are expected to start this week, after 7 months of dispute. Many Sudanese people are hoping the talks will pave the way for a sustainable political solution.